So this is nice if you ever want to do like a really big poster, or if you really just want a really high resolution photograph for maybe a project you're working on. One of my favorite resources to find public domain photos or any sorts of images is Flickr. So Flickr is a photo app. It's online, just flickr.com. And this is an album here called Herbert Geddes' Life in Japan, circa 1910. So this has 100 photos in it. And these are photographic glass plate transparencies. So the color on them is really striking. I'm just going to open up this one here, for example. This is an ornamental building. And we can see here, it's just going to take a second here to load in. It's actually quite high quality. Now, if you're wondering about copyright restrictions or if it's in the public domain, down below it says no known copyright restrictions. And it's part of the University of Victoria library. And so it's got some tags down here, but really, this is a public domain photo. You can click on it like a plus button here, and it makes it quite high res, like really high res. So this is nice if you ever want to do like a really big poster, or if you really just want a really high resolution photograph for maybe a project you're working on. And to download these, this is another reason I really like Flickr, is to download them is really easy. Over on the right hand side, there's download options. And when I click on it, it gives me options here on the sizes to download, which I think is really handy. Now I can just go back to the regular album on the top left hand side, and that takes me back to the main album. So I can continue to scroll through, and I can see there's just absolutely wonderful Japanese photographs. And there's about 100 here in this collection. Another thing you can do in this view is you can scroll forward and backwards. So there's little arrow keys along the right and on the left-hand side. And you can just scroll through, kind of like a slideshow. That's really handy as well. Okay, the second resource is part of the Smithsonian Institution. And while I really like, and you can see down here at the very bottom, it says Smithsonian. What I really like about the Smithsonian is the sheer volume of works. The problem I've got with the Smithsonian, and I don't want to complain too much about a free album, but it's just really hard sometimes to navigate and find out where to go. So here's an example. It says The World of the Japanese Illustrated Book, and there's just nothing else on this page. So it's like there's nothing to click on, and so you're kind of wondering like, where is the actual art? And so you just have to click on the actual title. It's the Gerhard Pulver collection. And when I click on that, that brings me into this sort of weird like lobby that you're sitting in now. And you can search, but of course nobody knows what to search for. So you're kind of going, well, do I browse by subject? Do I browse by artist? There's this weird timeline. It's very strange. So all you need to do is just click the search button. You don't have to put anything in it, but just click the search button. And what will happen is it will return everything. And there's about 880 absolutely glorious illustrations inside of this collection, but it takes a bit of work to get there. So I'm just going to click on one here, just open it up in a new window. So you can click on the actual description. There's the contents, and then there's a commentary as well. And there's all these different actual pictures. You can zoom right in. I mean, they're really, really high quality close-up scans. You can just zoom back out. Now it says usage conditions apply over here. So when I click on it, it'll say terms of use page. And this is just a disclaimer. So don't like freak out if you see this. Anything that has a content with a Creative Commons 0 means that it's free and it's public domain. But of course, they have to put a legal disclaimer in there. So they say, we can't guarantee that all content marked with the Creative Commons 0 is free. But I mean, realistically, I mean, these things they're super old. Like these are like more than 100 years old. So realistically, these should be good for use. Now, I can't guarantee it either, but they're certainly, you know, for a non-commercial project, they're wonderful. But even if you were using them for commercial purposes, chances are these would be very good to use because these are well over 100 years old. The third resource is on the Smithsonian, and it's the National Museum of Asian Art. And there's basically just a gallery here, and it's called Hokusai Mad About Painting, and it's an exhibit. Now, when you get to this main page, underneath it, there's curator's choice, and there's, you know, different things, but it's like, well, how do you actually get to the actual exhibit? So again, I'm going to put the link in the description below. When you're looking at explore this exhibition and you've got curator's choice and Mad About Painting, and you can watch Hokusai talk. Well, it's this one here. It's this object gallery. This will give you everything in the gallery. So there's 86 items here inside the gallery. And these are really wonderful pictures of the artwork. So I'm just going to click on the first one and just see what's up with that. So this is an egret on a bridge post. It gives you lots of breakdowns about the artwork itself. There'll always be a disclaimer about the usage conditions as well. The actual image is up top. And so you can zoom in. I just go to full view, and then you can zoom in. And it's pretty high res. So if you were to make a piece of art for your house, this is a pretty nice high quality image to do it. You can just right click it now and you can view the image, save the image, that sort of thing. There's a few different options. There's also a download option. I'm in full screen view here, but if you just hit the escape button on your keyboard, that'll bring you back. And then you can download the image here. You can also expand the image, make it bigger or smaller. So I hope you found that helpful. There's 3 options here for you to take a look at some absolutely glorious artwork for your project. Really easy, really high quality scans of some artwork. The easy part is when you get into the actual collection. The hard part can be finding the collection. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you like what you saw today, please consider liking the video. And as always, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much.